Hey guys, Carlo Filippone here, your muscle chef, ready to talk to you about this guy, the chicken pound. What do we do with the chicken pound? We prepare grilled chicken in different flavors, 6 to be exact. If you're serious about bodybuilding and you meal prep, don't go anywhere else. This is the company for you. Hey guys, welcome to Muscular Development. Your muscle chef, Carlo Filippone here with another cooking segment for you. So I got some really great stuff today. We're going to make a beanless beef chili. Great recipe. We're going to use some lean ground beef and some other items, but just complete note before you start, you can not only use this recipe for beef, but you can also use it for turkey. So 2 recipes in one today. Very easy, very quick, most important, very delicious. So check it out. There's some things that I've already done for you and chopped up some ingredients, but let me tell you what you're going to need. I have 2 pounds of lean ground beef. I use between 90 to 93% lean, depending where I am in my diet. I typically always like to stay between 90 and 93, but some of you people can use leaner. Some of you people can use the fattier meats. Up to you, your call, okay? So 2 pounds of lean ground beef. We're going to use in our recipe 6 garlic cloves. If you're counting tablespoons, it's 3 tablespoons. We're going to use a 1.5 tablespoons of sea salt. We're going to use a 1/4 cup of chopped onion, a 1/4 cup of red pepper, a 1/4 cup of long hot peppers. Don't use the poblanos. 1/4 cup of poblanos will really set you on fire, okay? And the green pepper. So green pepper, red pepper, 1/4 cup of each, and 1/4 cup of the long hots as well. Okay, we're going to throw some basil in this recipe at the end, and you're going to need a can of crushed tomatoes. 28 ounces, more than enough for you to make this recipe, okay? Sea salt we'll add as we go. So check this out. So guys, I've already pre-cut the peppers here, put them in a food processor for you. Again, it's a 1/4 cup of green, 1/4 cup of red, and a 1/4 cup of hot. So they're all in here, chopped up fine. I like to chop them up very fine so that they kind of dissolve into the meat so that you're not biting into any pepper. The taste will always be there, but it's nice to not be able to see the pepper while you're eating chili, okay? So I'm throwing it into the olive oil. I'm going to saute that. I'm going to turn the heat to low and saute that for about a minute and a half. I'm going to mix it up so that we're cooking evenly. You can really start to get all of the flavors. You start to smell the onion, you can start to smell the hot peppers, which I absolutely love. I love the kick that the hot peppers give a chili. It's my favorite part of actually eating the chili. Okay? So I'm going to turn this back up to medium now. I'm sauteing it for about a minute. And I'm going to add my meat. Again, I have 2 pounds of ground beef here that I'm adding. Again, this is beef. You can do the same thing with turkey if you like. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to mix the beef in there with the hot pepper mixture. Take a little bit of work to break the meat down, but well worth it. And as it cooks, it gets easier and easier for you to mix into it. Also, what will happen is, as it starts to cook, the fat from the meat starts to go into the bottom of the pot, and it'll make it easier, and it'll break down, so it'll start to look like real chili meat. If you look in there right now, it just looks like a couple of big clumps of meat, but that'll all break up, okay? So now that I got that going, I'm gonna chop up my garlic cloves. Like I said, 6 or 3 tablespoons of garlic cloves is what you want to use. Okay. Chop them up. As fine as you prefer. If you like a thicker garlic and don't mind biting into it, that's fine. If you like it a little finer, chop it finer. Okay, I'm kind of in the middle, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to add that to the chili. I'm going to add my sea salt into it. Again, it's a 1.5 tablespoons of sea salt. I'm also going to take some fresh basil. I'm going to chop up some of that. When I say some, I probably really mean about 1/8 cup of basil. Not your typical chili recipe. This is my chili recipe, so chili with a twist, if you will. And being Italian, I always kind of like to add an Italian twist on things. Italians don't really eat chili. We eat stuff like bolognese and other things. But I'm going to take that basil, throw that in there, and you can see the meat starting to brown already. I'm going to mix it up really well. and get it ready for the last step. All right, guys, very important when you're mixing up your meat here. I like all of the meat to actually be browned because the next step is adding my crushed tomatoes. I don't want to add the crushed tomatoes in there when the meat is still red because to me it's still undercooked, and what will happen is that meat will dissolve into the sauce and you don't really get a great chili flavor. So I want to get that meat nice and browned all the way through, okay? And once it's all the way brown, I'm going to add my tomatoes then. And then that's going to be it, but I'll tell you how long to cook it for in a second. All right, guys, so I'm going to add this 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes into the recipe. It's really the final step, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cook it, all right, for about 20 minutes. You're going to simmer it on medium. Just let it cook for about 20 minutes. And then you're going to have a finished product that's going to be kick-ass. Now listen, what do you do with this? You can eat it any way you want, obviously. You can just finish having cooked and have it with some vegetables on the side. I personally love throwing it over some basmati rice, any kind of rice really. But if you boil a bag of rice, throw the chili over, you have an awesome, awesome post-workout meal, right? After a big leg day, you throw in beef chili, white rice, 50, 60 grams of carbs, 60, 70 grams of protein per serving. It's gonna be a kick-ass meal. All right, guys, chili's just about done. Come on over here, take a look. Gonna shut the gas off on that. Look at how good that looks. You can see the sauce and the meat is really blended well together. I'll put some in a dish for you. Take a look at that. Like I said, if you want, throw it over some rice. Makes a real kick-ass post-workout meal, post-leg meal. You can't beat it. Off-season, not necessarily pre-contest, but off-season, you'll love this. Lean, beanless chili. I'm your muscle chef, Carlo Filippone. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.